Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. I am Cheryl, for those of you who might be new stopping by today. And for those of you who are my faithful followers, thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by. I wanted to show you something that I am putting together for myself actually, and I had started doing fussy cutting and things like that for one that I am going to be doing also, probably as a gift or maybe even a giveaway, I don't know. But I have these little notebooks, and this is what they look like. And you can get them on Amazon. They already have, this binding, or you can use any, composition notebook. These come in a box like this. There's 16 of them, and they have 30 pages, so 60 pages front and back. And I just wanted to show you what they looked like prior to me getting into that. Okay, so and if you have a regular composition notebook, you could always, cover the spine with either washi tape or fabric or what have you. Today I'm using a kit by Amity Bloom that I bought back in January, and it's called Her Story. And I like to make myself a little monthly journal, and it's been about 3 months since I've made myself a journal. So yeah, so I really like to look at pretty things when I make, when I journal. So far, this is what I've done, and I thought, oh, I'll turn on the camera and show you so far what I've done in this. Now, as you can see, it's a no-sew journal because it's a composition notebook, and this is just a piece of very old 1859 ledger that I included in here, and this is just a little tuck spot. I'll show you how I did that. And then I left 2 pages blank, but I could always decorate them or something as I write on them. And this, like I said, could be a little tuck spot. And then, let's see, I left 2 more pages for writing. I could put a pocket or something there. And then here's another page I've added. And there's the back. And then left 2 pages. And here's where I tore. And this is how I've been attaching my papers. I attach it right here. And then I'll flip this over and I'll attach possibly, some tea stain paper or another page, or I may even leave this blank for decorating. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. So I was just about ready to do my cover. I wanted to put a topper on my cover. So I took some of the ephemera that's in that collection of Amity Blooms, and I just kind of, went through it to see what would look best. And I, kind of tore it and what have you. And that's going to be my topper. So I have 4 layers. I have this layer here. This was a page out of the kit. This is a page out of the kit. And that blue page I showed you and the pink page is out of the kit. I think it's called Her Story. Pretty sure. I don't remember. It's going to be very kind of eclectic because I'll be using different papers. And I did kind of scrunch my paper. This particular piece is just a paper, it's Swarthmore linen paper. And then this one is the same. It's the kind of a nice linen texture to it, and it's thin, and so when you kind of crinkle it up, it does well with that. So I wanted to add that color. So I thought that I'd put that there. And then this is a lightweight cardstock. This I had printed back in January and never used it. So this is going to go on top of here. And I just tore everything with my ruler. Except for this, I fussy cut out. It says Her Story. And this is on some lightweight cardstock as well. And I kind of did crumple that up and I fussy cut it out of the page. And I'm going to layer that right on top of there. Excuse me. So I have a whole bunch of different layers, and I kind of just went in with my fingernail, and instead of cutting that straight across, it had a little bit of blue and it looked like it was torn. So I wanted to kind of keep that effect. And same with over here. And then I kind of just did the same thing here on the edges to make it look a little bit more old. So yeah, this is kind of my, I get this inspiration a lot from Heather at Ruby and Pearl. So this is sort of where I'm going with this. And a lot of my friends in one of my design team, she makes really beautiful journals, and well, they all do. They all inspire me so much, and I have no inspiration right now. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start with making myself something small and bring you along, just to show you that when you don't have any inspiration, just start taking some paper and start tearing it up. But what is her name? Meredith from Shamir Collection. She really inspires me to do this kind of thing, as well as Heather from Ruby and Pearl. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Going to kind of make it look a little bit vintage and a little bit worn, like it's been around for a while. And that's going to be my topper here, like this, because I wanted to bring in the pinks, but I also wanted to bring in some other colors as well. So what I'm going to do, rather than just gluing it all down, what I thought that I would do is keep it kind of loose. I really hope this works. If it doesn't, I'll be so upset. So what I'm going to do is kind of make sure, you know, it's like this. And I'm going to take my punch. If you don't have a punch, you could use an awl. You know, I'm kind of thinking I should put a dot of glue on the middle of each page, because I don't want to be so shaky that I don't get it, you know, straight. So I'm just going to kind of just put a dot of glue here to keep everything straight. And then I'll put this here. Not so much straight, but like so that everything, excuse me, really having a bad couple of days. I've had a migraine and I really wanted to visit with everybody. So I was in here working on this and thought I'll turn on the camera. I like to do that when I'm crafting. So yeah, so I'm just going to put a dot of glue there just to kind of make sure everything kind of stays with a nice border and it doesn't look all cockeyed. So I'm just putting a dot of glue there to kind of hold it, because I'm going to be punching 4 corners, 4 holes in this to put in some brads, just to add some texture. And I kind of scrunch this up as well, just to give it dimension. So I hope you're all having a good day. I hope everybody is well. Thank you very much for your kind comments. I am getting to those. Somebody asked me where to reach me. The best place is Instagram, in my Instagram Messenger, under the Journal Cottage. You can find me there. Don't email me. I have so many emails to go through, and I'm probably going to you know, put in the names of the people I know who have emailed me questions about things. And then I'll probably end up, it's probably a lot of spam. So there we go with that. So now I've got everything looking even. I can now take my punch. Hopefully this will go through all 4 pieces. And I'm going to put a hole here. And I'm only putting the holes so that to give my brads a little bit of help, because this is cardstock. So I'm just putting holes in the corners of the very top piece where I think I might want them. And hopefully that will look okay. I don't know. But I pulled out 4 tiny brads. And they're little pink flowers. I'll show you before I put it down. But yes, that worked fine. Well, maybe not. I might have to go through each level, you know, or make a bigger hole. Maybe I'll make a bigger hole. See, you could always take a, you know, a needle or something and try to kind of screw it through. Oh no, it looks like I'm going to have to go through each one because these are bending. Another one. Yeah, this is easier because that top piece is... Yeah, I definitely suggest you gluing a little piece there because that way everything stays where you want it. To see how I'm having to lift pages. And that way nothing's moving as I do this part. Where's that hole? And there's the last hole. There we go. That worked. Yay. Okay. So now I'll just bend those down. And that looks great. I like that. Little bit of a, you know, it gives it just enough little texture there. And now I'll put the next one over here. And I won't try to force it. I'll go through each layer. This is a really pretty kit. And you know, when you make these, you don't need a lot of scrapbook paper, or, you know, you don't have to embellish it at all. There we go. There's 2. I think that's really cute. What a good idea. I was going to do buttons. I was going to sew buttons on, and I thought, oh, that won't take too long. I was just finishing sewing something by hand, which I'll show you in a moment, for one of the pages that I thought would be pretty, because I was going to do a ruffle, but I don't want to bulk it up too much. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm just kind of putting this through all the layers, and then once I get through all the layers, I can then spread these and they'll stay. I really like that. I'm just going to lift this up a little bit and give it some more dimension. And then I'm not going to glue down everything. I'm just going to glue down around the edges and probably not straight like this edge, but, well, I'll show you. Now, this one's bent a little bit, so let's straighten it out. It's so nice to see everybody, and I'd like to, you know, start back with very basic things because I've just, yeah, I've got a lot going on, and health-wise myself, and my middle daughter as well, so I'm just not, yeah, I mean, it's definitely my sanctuary, but it's been hard to get back into crafting when you haven't crafted for so long. And don't get me wrong, I love my craft room now. I think it's, you know, it's very soothing, it's very relaxing. You know, I found things that, you know, I hadn't used, and I was really disappointed in myself at first. I had a really hard time because I thought, you know, this is just silly to have so much paper. I mean, scrapbook paper especially. It was nice to be able to gift that to the nursing home and the retirement home. And then there's a ladies, they get together on Thursdays at the library. And I used to go on Thursdays and do junk journals with them. But I haven't been in a long time. But it was nice to see them and visit with them. So now all I'm going to do is, that's going to be my topper. I'm going to now glue this. I'll probably glue it here. Because like I said, I don't want to kind of take away that dimension. But I want these little prongs to stay in place. And I don't want it to come off. I'm using Fabri-Tac. And you don't even have to cover the front. You could leave it the craft color. But I just thought this would look nice. And there we go. So I'm just going to kind of lift everything up so that I know I still have that dimension there. You know, the layering. So many of you are so creative, and I get so many ideas, and I go down very big rabbit holes. So it's nice to be back and visiting you all on YouTube. I found out I want a journal. I was very excited. I had just started following this gal, Lisa, in January, and I had gone back because I had gone back to her channel because she had made something that I really liked, and I had written it down in my notebook. And so I went back to her channel, and her last video she did the giveaway, but I was mostly interested in the journal she was going to be making, and she drew my name. And she said, you know, get in touch with me, and that was back in January. And I thought, oh no, you know, so she fortunately, she had, you know, she did check her YouTube, and I told her where I had left my message. She has an Etsy shop as well. And when I receive the journal, I will show it to you. It's beautiful. I am so excited that I want a journal. So I'll be showing that, and I will let you know who she is. Her name is Lisa. I don't remember her last name. But she makes some beautiful things. And simple, you know, very simple, and that's what I'm going for right now. I have a lot of new. I belong to a group that is new to junk journaling. So I told them that I would put up some more videos and help them, you know, with some easier things. So what do you think? I like it. I think it looks really nice. So, and this is part of this paper. So it's not like I collaged that. I did not. So then we have this page. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. And then, like I said, this is just a piece of antique ledger that I have. And now I'll go these two and show you what I plan on for this, which this was very delicate ledger, torn from that. And like I said, I didn't tear the bottom off. I left that as a pocket. And then when I covered that piece that I cut so that I could glue this onto it, I glued this strip on and, you know, brought it all the way down there for strength so that I could fold it up. Now I could do writing here, or I could, you know, just maybe use it as a tuck or pocket. I haven't decided yet. So I'm going to flip 2 pages to this blue page and show you. I'm almost finished with this. It's a very delicate trim, and it's very, very, it frays very easily. And so I didn't want to take the chance in tearing it on my sewing machine, so I decided to sew it on by hand. And I didn't want to glue it on because you would definitely see that glue. Because like I said, it's like a very sheer, almost like a chiffon, you know. But I love this trim, and I wanted to use it here. I thought it would be a good addition. And, you know, at first I was going to use just the piece of ledger, but that's how simple that is. So if you can sew a button, you can sew anything on paper. I love to sew on paper. I love to hand sew. So I already went across here, down here, across here, and I was just finishing up here when I decided to turn on the camera. And I could have done it a lot fancier, but I decided, no, I'll just leave it alone. I'm wondering if I should add a button to this. Just thought of that. Let's see. I think I'll leave it alone. It's simple, but yet, you know, it's really pretty. And I am going to use this as a tuck. So I'm just going to go through here a couple of times so I can cut that off. I'm going to go through one of the stitches and kind of tie it off. And then I'll cut it a little bit long, and then I will glue this so that I can have a little tuck spot. It is very fragile. I probably should add another piece of paper, but I think the fabric will hold it fine. So now I'm just going to cut this a little bit long. And I'll put this back here so I don't lose it. And then put my thread back. And I have a video on making this, if anybody's interested, some videos back. And so now I'm just going to glue this here. And I wanted the flowers to be, you know, flowing downwards. I had it both ways, and I thought, you know, I was going to do it this way, and I liked it better with the flowers going this way. And this ledger, you can still see through it. It says 1859. So that's really nice too, is, you know, that you can still see the ledger through that, which is pretty. And I didn't really pay much attention to my stitches being straight or even. It's very primitive. So I'm going to glue across here. And then I'm going to glue here, my edge. And then glue this edge. And that way I'll have a little tuck spot. Oh, sorry about that. And then just lay this down here like this on the edge. And I'll just let that dry. I won't play with it too much because, like I said, it is a little bit fragile, but I think with the fabric it's going to be fine. You know, it's a very sheer fabric, but I think it will definitely be, you know, give it some strength. Plus I stitched it. And now I have, excuse me, I have a little tuck spot here. And now I'll show you how I left two pages. I took my ruler and all I did is I cut down 2 more pages by putting my ruler in here, making sure it was tucked in there, and then I just took the page and I tore it. And I'm saving the pages because I can write on those and tuck them into envelopes and what have you. I think I might have done 2 pages here, but I might have only done 1. Yeah, I guess I only did 1. So now I'll show you how I'm going to glue this on here. And I don't mind, excuse me, like this piece of paper, because of where I tore it, because of what I needed it for, it is, you know, it's not going to come right to here, but that's fine. That doesn't matter at all. I mean, if it bothers you, you could always do washi tape or whatever, but it doesn't matter to me at all. And I'm just going to now just make sure I'm, you know, even with my edge here. I don't want to be too, I don't want to go over my edge here. So what I'll do is hold it there, bring it down just a tad, and now I'm just going to lift this up and I'm going to glue this here. Along the edge, and that was spread when I spread it with my hand. See? And then I'm going to lay it down, making sure, and I'm using Fabri-Tac because I can slide it a little bit. And then I'm just going to do this. And now, oh, I did do 2 pages, good. And now, I've got this page. Now I can take another page and I can glue it to here, you know, to here. I can glue this here and then glue another piece to here. You know, and I still have 2 writing spots, and I have what I tore off here to write on to add to a pocket or an envelope or what have you. So this is it so far, and I'll be adding some different things. I will bring you along to show you, but this is how far I've gotten so far. So if you'd like to get a composition notebook and some scrapbook paper or tea stain paper or any kind of paper, you don't have to have a digital. But like I said, I'm going back to very basic, no sew, just have some fun making myself a pretty little journal that I can play with for, I'll probably use this for May, because I've got just a plain notebook, one of these actually that I've been writing in. And I don't write every day. Some days I just like to make a pocket or an envelope, cover an envelope, fussy cut, you know, what have you. And just add something, you know, and make it sort of more of an art type thing. But this is for my thoughts. you know, my daily thoughts. If I go for a walk, what I've seen, what's inspired me. I have little gifts. My friend Marcita had sent me a heart that she had made, so I'd like to incorporate that someplace. It's on some very old French book page. She's from France, for those of you who don't know her, and I'll maybe slide that in somewhere. And I will, you know, maybe this is very fragile, so I'd cover this with maybe some tea stained paper, and then write why, you know, she sent me this. This is, you know, her signature. She's stamped right here, and she stamped Merci right there, and she slow stitched in here onto the heart. I can take it off, but see, there's the back. It looks like she may have put the fabric's very old. It may be like a, I'm pretty sure that is like a, what do you call it? Feed sack or flour sack fabric. And it does look like she backed it with something, maybe some iron-on interfacing. And then she stitched them up. And I was so excited to get one because I saw my friend Rhonda had gotten one, and I'm in her order. And I was really hoping, because she had said, you know, if you had placed an order by such and such a date, you know, she would be giving the hearts. And I was so excited to get one in my package. So she is so sweet. Her name is Marcita Creative, and you can find her on Instagram. And she is just an amazing friend. She has a granddaughter named Olivia, just like mine. And so we've become friends because we both have granddaughters named Olivia, and they're both the same age. So anyway, that's the story of that. So yeah, so I'll be adding things like that, and I don't know what I'll put on the back of that yet because I haven't gotten that far. And then I have another page here I could add something to, or I could, you know, glue this together. And then I'll flip it to, and then this will be my center, which I folded these pages, and I don't know why, but it is my center of this. You know, it's 15 pages. So, you know, this is the 15th, 16th page. And I was going to fold this down and then tear these off. And then, you know, put some paper here. And then just glue it down here to have like tuck spots or something. I really don't know. I could even do something like this. I don't know. I'll be playing with it. But it doesn't get too bulky. You know, plenty of room for tags and journaling cards, and I actually like it better that way. And I like these notebooks because the paper isn't white. I don't know what it is about white in me, but it doesn't bother me. I've done plenty with the regular you know, composition notebooks. This paper is a little bit heavier, so I do like that part about it. And like I said, you can get it at Amazon. It's very inexpensive, and you get, I think, 30 of these. There's 16. You get 16 of them. So that's it for today. Need to get a paper towel. And look this. I'm sorry about that. I just spilled my water. It's just water. And it didn't go on anything, but I do want to get a paper towel on that. So that's it for today, folks. I hope that I inspired you in some way. I hope that you liked this video. I will be coming back tomorrow to show you some more things that I've done in it, and to possibly bring you along to show you some other things I have intended to put in here and how I'll be using it. So, and I may actually put a grommet here and put This is very sturdy cardboard. It's almost like a cardstock, and I, you know, with the added paper on it, it makes it even more sturdier. I could have used cardstock. I didn't. It was just on 30-pound copy paper from HP. So I hope you like that. I love it. I'm very pleased with it so far. And I'll be back again tomorrow. So until then, be well, be kind, be safe, and God bless. Love you all. Bye.